Hello, everyone. Thanks for stopping by, Digital Card Enthusiast. My name is Nate, known across the internet as Thoron Omega. And today I wanted to give you an overview and first impressions of SkyWeaver. This is an upcoming digital TCG that is blockchain based. One of their key selling points is the idea that you will be able to own your cards and be able to sell them to other users for real cryptocurrency. And so I thought I would check this game out here. It is currently in closed beta, though beta codes do not seem to be that hard to come by. I posted on their Facebook as well as their Discord, and I was able to get beta access within 24 hours. So if you are interested in this game, it should be reasonably easy to reach out to them and get your own closed beta access. I do have a few extra beta keys as well that I'll be able to give away, and I'm working through details on how I'm going to do that. But just to kind of give you an idea on SkyWeaver and what this is here, it is a free-to-play game. One thing that I find interesting is that it is Singleton based. So essentially every card in your deck is going to be a one of, which I think is interesting. It's almost like mini Commander from MTG, the game, or Brawl, or other similar formats. They say there's non-rotating gameplay, so you don't have to worry about a card going out of use. It's just going to be a forever expanding card pool. And uncapped mana, so basically every turn you are getting one more mana that you can spend, and the limit is 99, which, as far as I have been able to tell from my own play with cards, is effectively infinite. As you can see here, this is just their basic landing page. Own your cards. No one else can access them. You can collect them and trade them. And you can enter an email off their site to get added to the wait list. But like I said, I think you're better off just commenting on their Facebook or joining their Discord. So I'm going to hop over here into the game itself. It is currently browser-based. I don't know if this is the way it will be forever, or if it's going to become a downloadable program. There is also an app version for this for iOS, I believe. So as you can see here, I've got my account up on top and my current level. As you play games, you get XP to level up, and with that comes unlocking cards. So far, it seems to me that it's pretty much complete a match, unlock a card, from what I've been able to tell. Don't know if that's just an accelerated XP progression and earning because this is closed beta, or if that's the way that things are going to remain. As you can see here, these are my current collection of cards that I have unlocked or purchased. Crystal is the one card that I have purchased as a test of that feature. All of the others here I unlocked through gameplay. And I'll just go into the locked screen here. This is all of the cards that are in the game, and locked means I don't have them yet. And I'm just doing a quick scroll through to basically show you at a high level that this game has quite a lot of cards already in it. And when you're talking about a game that is Singleton based, that means there's quite a lot of options here on what you can include in your deck. You can see we're scrolling down into the 7, 8, 10 drops. There's a lot of cards here. And so that's just looking at the library. Jumping into ranks, you can see there's a bit of a leaderboard and a ranking system right now for how people are faring in the competitive scene. There's 2 game modes currently constructed, as would be the case with every other card game you're familiar with. You build a pre-built deck and jam it against other people. Discovery is what I have been playing exclusively at the moment due to my small collection. This is an interesting idea. Both people face off against each other with decks of randomized cards. So you don't know what you're going to have. You don't know what your opponent is going to have, which on the surface may sound like RNG on top of RNG, but I found it to actually be quite fun because not knowing what you're going to have forces you to very quickly evaluate the cards that you have in your hand and make smart decisions about what card is going to be useful for any given situation, and also quickly analyze a board state to determine how you're going to react to what you're seeing. So I have quite enjoyed it. And then here's the marketplace where you can buy cards. I believe the order here is the same as it is in the library. You could do a search to find a specific card, but otherwise it's going to order those for you the same. As you can see, each of these has a currency cost down here at the bottom. I have 19,872.01 of the tokens. These are currently earned through play. When in the closed beta environment, when the game becomes more open beta or full release, those are not going to be given away automatically. They have not announced in the longer term or in a full release environment exactly what the game's economy is going to look like. So it's not clear to me just yet how you're going to be able to get more cards or earn currency in the final environment. And as you can see from a selling perspective, the only card I can sell is Crystal, which is one that I had bought earlier to test this feature. So I'm not entirely sure yet how one acquires cards that can then be sold. Because all of the ones that I've acquired through gameplay, I cannot put up on a market or sell. Jump back to the front here. This is the front landing page. You can play training matches. You can play against a bot. If I click play here, you've got training matches against a bot. You can play private matches against a friend, or you can play competitive. And in competitive, you have Discovery, which is playing with randomized cards, as I said, or going to Constructed. I have not made a constructed deck. Here's Discovery. For decks, as you play and level up, you unlock different heroes. Different heroes have their own element or type combinations, and that's going to dictate what would be in their deck. You can see here, Fox gets unlocked at level 10, Iris at level 10, so I'll earn several at level 10. I have to wait until level 20 for Mai. So kind of basic progression early on is just play the hero you're given with their randomized deck of what's in them. Win or lose, you're going to get some experience to level up. You'll unlock more heroes. You have more variety, and you just kind of keep going from there. So that's kind of an overview of some of the basic systems. And we will hop into a game momentarily here so you can see gameplay in action. Okay, so we have ourselves a game here. What you did not see is I cut out a lot of time waiting. Part of the problem with this game being in closed beta right now is I am not sure how wide a net they cast for participation, and I'm not sure how many beta codes are out there, but finding a game can be tricky. And one of their mechanics that I really like here is they will show you 7 cards to start, and then you pick 4 to be your starting hand. So you can't really have what you might consider a mana screw type hand because you are specifically choosing 4 out of 7 that you want. The cards that you do not choose go into your deck, and you'll find those later. We get a 7 drop at the moment, which is not terribly great. My first turn, I will play my 1 drop here. This has guard, so anything my opponent plays has to attack that first. We'll also peel off the 2 mana spell that's attached to my hero to cast Homebrew and pass the turn. Oh, I should have attacked. I could have attacked there. I missed a point of damage. So your heroes in this game, your character, start on the board and they can attack each other or be attacked, reduce health to 0, and you have won the game. If your health goes down to 0, it is game over for you. So I have only one card that's playable at the moment. I will cast that. This is pretty standard in the sense that number on the left equals their attack, number on the right equals health. We're just going to ignore that enemy creature for now and slap face, pass the turn. Remember, this is a Singleton based game, so every card in the deck is going to be a one of. Beloved, give the target +1 health for each character, so I don't know if that just measures my own units or if that's the other opponents as well. I do wish the timer in this game moved a little bit slower, because it feels like you're under a lot of pressure to make decisions pretty quickly, which is not so great when you're just starting out and learning the cards and what everything does. I'm going to go ahead and play Old Fogey, be resource efficient, use all of my mana. Return your top and bottom dead unit to hand. So I have a spell that I could play later. These units have guard. I'm going to get rid of the lizard dude first because that has banner, which makes the opposing hero stronger. And then I'll end the turn. Another cool thing about this game is that some of the cards will come with spells attached to them, so it's kind of 2 card in 1. You're first paying to put down the unit, and then later on you can pay a mana cost to rip off the spell off of them and use that to get a secondary value. So I'm getting attacked with big beefy guys right now. This is not the greatest board state, but I have had some pretty solid comebacks before where I'd be down to 4. The opponent would have sometimes more than 20 life on me, and I'd still be able to turn it around. So you never want to give up hope. This is a nice one for 2. When it dies, give units in your hand -1 cost and guard. You can have a lot of ways to block the opponent. Necrotic Pact. Kill target ally unit, summon another top high cost unit of this element, give it fate and guard. So I can summon too. So hopefully if I'm killing this, it means I'm getting something bigger and better. I'm also triggering its death effect to make things in hand cost 1 less. Did I not get to summon something? I have made a mistake. I'm going to get rid of the banner here. Pass the turnover. I really like the art in this game. Everything's very vibrant and colorful. I like the cartoonish and comic booky style to it. It feels a little more distinct than a lot of card games out there that are just going for some form of try-hard realism, which doesn't really do it for me. I'm much more gonna get the vibe and feel of what SkyWeaver's trying to do here. I have 7 mana. What does 7 buy me here? Summon your top 3 dead units as 1/1. Give each Hex and Wither and ready them. I give your hero +2 health, draw a spell and a unit. No, let's do that. We need more units. There's my health. Angelo is a 2/5 life stealer. Return the top. Oop. Oh, bring you out into play here. My mana's spent. I got 2 where I can attack. And I think all 3 of these units have guards. So I've got a wall of things I'd have to attack through before I could hit the opponent in the face. And we'll end the turn here. Might be worth playing Evermore. Return the top and bottom dead unit to hand. If I right click here, the top one would be Angelo. Bottom one would probably be Homebrew. I'd bring those back to hand and recast those. Sorcerer's Scryer's Pyre on 9, discard your hand, get that much mana, give your hero that much health. Do that much damage to each unit and drop. Wow, that is do all of the things. So what do I want to do in the meantime then? Because that's one turn away. If I'm blowing up all units, I probably don't want to play units this turn. So I'm going to give target unit Roots and Guard, lock you down. Roots is can't attack. Play Beloved. Okay, so it's for everything on the board. So that's why it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Get a little health back. Get some troops back in my hand. And then I'm just going to pass the turn, and I'm going to take a bit of a beating on this next turn, but if I'm understanding this correct, I guess I'm going to discard all of these cards, which stinks, but hopefully we'll get enough units back that this will shift things in my favor, because otherwise I'm very, very far behind at the moment. So we're going to YOLO, gain a bunch of health, wipe out the enemy units, and I still have 8 off of that. Fire spell, give a random enemy unit +1. Or random ally unit, sorry. Reading is fundamental. Give a target vapors. That doesn't. I don't think that helps right now. Oh, it's a water spell with banner. Something already has banner. Can I put banner on myself? I can just give myself more attack. Okay, that's nice. We'll swing for 3 and end the turn. Like I said, this being a first impressions video, I am far from familiar with all the cards or the mechanics. I am trying to figure this out as I go and give you all just a taste of how a game is going to flow and how things work. As I get more experience with this, I'd be better able to provide some more competent commentary. I am sitting on 15 life, the opponent on 17. Every time a spell is played, this gets 2 more attack and 2 less health. Okay, and I haven't quite figured out the day-night cycle or how that works either, but my character is dead again. I have 10 mana. Play. Deal 3 damage to target if it's lethal. This gets enraged. Here's 0/5 Wither. Quest Lifesteal and +1/+3. Like, I have to read all of these cards. It's too much, too fast. You're a 2/2. Play a 5. What is going on right now? No. Game. God damn. Trying to like put you in play. Why are you not? You're a troop, aren't you? Not a spell? Yeah, so why wouldn't that let me do it? What was even going on? That's a rip. They need to slow this down. Being a Singleton game, I think the timer's too fast right now. Or allow timeouts or something. I appreciate wanting to keep a game moving along and that you do get added time every time you play something or take an action. But still, the timer's too fast. Give each unit fate. What's fate? and kill each unit. I'm going to kill every unit because otherwise I'm dead. Oh, I see. It's the arrow was the what am I dealing 3 damage to? Derp. Here's my spell usage. Going for 1 damage. So I'm at 5, still hanging on. I have a unit with guard that will take the first beating. If Vladdy Boy here can get in, which he can't, that was damage to everything. So my own board got wiped. I'm down to 4. Never mind, I thought I was in a good place to start to recover. I really need to put Molten Heart on something here and have it hit. Quest, the life steal and the +1/+3 helps when I'm desperately low on health, but this one might just be over with. Give target ally shield, which gives you immunity to the first attack that would hit it. I have to play something with guard, though. So Chester's going to go down because otherwise these would just be able to swing in next turn and kill me outright. Summon, draw a unit into play, kill it, no thank you. Guard is a must-have or I'm doomed. Since it has to be blocked, I'm going to make it stronger and give it life steal. Vomit some troops out onto the board here and hope, I guess. Is dusted, give your hero +2 health, and I can't spend all my mana. Alright, I'm down to 1 health. Winning this is going to be kind of a miracle at the moment. I realized I've had the sound off all game, so you get to listen to... You've got nothing to listen to but the creepy sound of my voice. There is music, there is sound effects. Sorry, I am an idiot and I had the game muted the whole time. I am a professional YouTuber. Alright, so as you can see here at the end of match, leveled up, I got 5 base cards and I unlocked new prism, so I have another type of card available. So now I have these 5 new cards that could be that I could put into a constructed deck. And gives you the little logo, and you go back to the starting screen. So that's a very basic high walkthrough of SkyWeaver, my first impressions with it. Overall, I think it is a fun game. I like the art. I like the singleton nature of it. I like the back and forth of the gameplay. And I like that units have spells attached to them, or some do, which gives you a bit of a 2-for-1 card and more ideas on how you can approach things. The games feel very back and forth most of the time. They don't feel too one-dimensional. I have not experienced any... I've only had one real blowout where I got wrecked. Otherwise, I felt like I have been in games for the most part. The only major drawbacks right now is I think the timer moves by way too fast. And it can be difficult to find a game given that this is a closed beta and I'm not sure how big their player base is at the moment. But it is in a good enough state right now that I would recommend, if you're interested, trying to get a beta code and getting some games in to get a taste of it for yourself. So that's all for my first SkyWeaver video here. I am sure I will be doing more as I get more familiar with this game. If you have found this video entertaining or informative at all, please do consider hitting the like and subscribe button to stay informed with more digital card game content like SkyWeaver here and other games in the genre.